Sorry, I was really interrupted by my computer. So, yeah, this is what happens when you get free stuff online. Anyway, what I was saying is imagine your x's, okay, not imagine. Our x's represent the number of cookies that is made, and now for the number of hours. Now, we already know that in 10 hours, Bug can make one cookie, and let's see, in 6 hours, can make one cookie. Now, what can we do now? Well, first we have our little not equation, but setup. We have 1 over 10 plus 1 over 6. I want to find out if together, how long it would take. Well, if you remember from 6th grade math, I believe, you remember that you cannot add fractions if they do not have a least common denominator. So, what's the least common denominator of 110 and 1/6? Well, some people say 60, but remember, there's a difference between a common denominator and the least common denominator. You're looking for the least. So it would be 30. So you would divide 1 over 10 3, with 3 both on top and bottom, and on 1 over 6 you would multiply it by 5 and 5 on top and bottom. So you're left with 3 over 30 and 5 over 30. You combine the first two, you combine the top two together, you get 8. You do not combine the denominator, if you remember from 6th grade math. I got a C on that test once. Not pretty good. Anyway, you get 8 over 30, and then you divide the 8 by 30, you end up with 3.7 hours. That's how long they would work. That's how many hours it would take for them to make one cookie. Now that's some progress, and I think I can make a lot of money with that. Don't you think? Now I'm hungry for a cookie, so I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go get a cookie. Alrighty, to continue, we're going to focus now on dividing. Now, dividing rational expressions, it's possibly the same thing as, well, no, it is the same thing as multiplying. It's the same thing, really. So basically, you have, I've written down an example, and it's dividing. Now, the trick is you cannot divide fractions. So what you do is, I remember an acronym from 6th grade. It's called KFC. It's not a chicken, but it sounds like, well, it is the acronym for the chicken, but it means something totally different. But instead of meaning Kentucky Fried Chicken, it means keep, flip, change. Meaning you keep the first, which is the first fraction. You flip the second, so the denominator goes on top and the numerator goes on bottom, and you change sign from dividing to multiplying, which you have right here. Now, like we did for multiplying, we're going to have to simplify the equations. For this one right here, we must do complete the square. For this one, we have to figure out what one thing we can take out of the equation and if it's enough. And the same thing goes for this one. Now here you could take out 1x, and here you could take out a 2. So what you do is, when you complete the square here, you end up with x minus 5 and x minus 6. When you take out 1, 2, you get 2, and you combine 2's together to be 1. You get 2 parentheses x minus 5, and when you take out an x, you get x parentheses x minus 6. Now, when you multiply, you're going to combine them together. You get 7x parentheses x minus 5, x minus 6, 2 parentheses x minus 5, x parentheses x minus 6. So now what you can do is, since we're multiplying, you can cancel out variables. You can cancel out the x minus 5, the x minus 6, and this x, and this x, and you're now left with 7 over 2, or when you divide it, 3.5. You can mainly leave it in this form, or you can get it in this form, and watch, it's going to be a perfect box. Oh. Well, it didn't perfect box before, see? It's like, no, well, I guess I can't do it anymore. Wait, I can do it. Oh, I got it. I'll get this done. Oh, oh, yes! Perfect box here. Booyah! On to the next one.